Last night, Austin proved they had poise in high-pressure situations. With a reverse sweep, they came back to earn a spot in the semifinals, but their path won't get any easier. Three-time Olympic medalist Kelsey Cook and top seed Atlanta has been an all-around powerhouse, dominating in almost every category this season. Will the momentum carry forward for Austin, or will Atlanta's deep roster be too much to handle? We are in Louisville at the KFC Young Center for League One of Volleyball Semifinal number 1. Fifth seed Austin facing the top seed Atlanta. Kelsey Robinson, Cook, Chiako, Bagala, a couple of Olympic medalists. Just two of the stars on the floor tonight. Atlanta had a bye as virtue of being the top seed. Austin overcame Salt Lake in 5 sets yesterday. A look back versus Salt Lake, it took 5 match points that Austin fought off. Coach Chris McGowan so fired up. This team had lost the prior 3 matches that went to 5 sets, but they pulled it out when it counts. The joy evident and all the stars aligning. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Anne-Marie Anderson alongside Kevin Wong. What a match it was. Now, Atlanta has had Austin's number. They've squared off 4 times this season. Atlanta has won each one. What's been the key to their success?
Key to the success is the MVP, Kelsey Cook. Takes care of all the little things. Best passer in the league, a great defender, but look for her to take the big swings on the outside. Amazing approach, amazing runway, and a great leader as well.
Along with her on the floor, Mackenzie Adams, number 13, League One Volleyball outside hitter of the year. And Madison Skinner, a star on the floor for Austin.
Yeah, Skinner flies sky high, whether it's on the left side, whether it's on the right side. She has the ability to jump high and turn low. Austin's gonna need Skinner to be a winner here tonight.
Skinner, of course, a national champion with Texas. So is Logan Eggleston. She's also on the floor. She was massive yesterday in the 5th set. Take us through our Adidas scouting report, please, Kevin.
Atlanta's the best passing team, so Austin's really gonna have to dial up the risk. For the number 1 blocking team, Austin, they've actually been outblocked in every match by Atlanta. They've got to right that ship, and on the other side, in their 3 losses, the one consistency is that teams have tested Cook.
Immediately, Molly McCage makes an impact. She had 13 kills, 4 blocks, and ace, and was a player of the match yesterday in that win for Austin. Eggleston going at Mackenzie Adams. Coutinho. Kaboom!
That was a big swing, right?
Just checking to make sure everybody's all good.
And you talked about one of the big advantages. They had the rest day. They got the scouting day.
Yeah, I like how you always put it rest or rust, right?
Yep.
Austin on one hand, warmed up, also maybe tired. Piano Pinoy, Libero out of Thailand, sets up that dig, and there's your outside hitter of the year, Mackenzie Adams.
Really has been a big surprise for a lot of people across the country. What she's come in under a lot of pressure, been getting served every single ball nearly an entire year.
And there she is again, Anna Hawk. Originally from Sweden, she played in Netherlands last year. Multi-sport athlete when she went to college at Marquette, track and field athlete. Piano Pinoy brings it back in. Coutinho going at McCage. McCage wants it back. Sometimes soft is hard. I think that's what happened right there.
Yeah, tough situation. She goes with the off speed. I think that's one that McCage would want back for sure.
Hirashaba just off the top of the net falls. Chris McGowan, head coach of Austin, said in 35 years coaching, he's never had a match like last night where each set is divided by 2 points. Skinner pushing Kelsey Cook back.
And I think that's a really important point, because this is a team, Austin, that's had a lot of troubles with the close sets. They've had a lot of trouble with the 5-set matches, and you wonder if last night can be a breakthrough here at the end of the year.
I mean, with 39 ties in the 5 sets, we were on the edge of our seats all night. That's a no. They don't call her Chiaka Oblaku for nothing.
Here is a lesson in futility. Don't hit the same direction that number 11 is in. The big question mark for her is the blocking's been on point. How about the offense here tonight?
Their passing will have to do the job, right, in order to get it from her. Katino looking sharp. Kotoe Inoue out of Japan digs the ball. We've got 2 international libros. Eggleston, Doug. Maddie Skinner also. Kelsey Cook all around middle back, picking up these big hitters. Eggleston down the line.
Eggleston, confidence. She's a national champion at Texas. Last night had an interesting journey. Struggled a little bit early, but really came on strong towards the end of the match.
Chris McGowan, head coach, telling me she was a huge, huge factor in them winning that 5th set. Adams off the block and good. We talked about Chris McGowan. How about Paulo Coco from Brazil, the head coach of this Atlanta team, top seed?
Most established of our coaches internationally, 4-time Olympic medalist. He's won 2 gold medals as an assistant coach, a number of world championships as well. Some early nerves from Atlanta. A couple of missed serves. You get the feeling with Austin having a little bit of that momentum from last night. This is a key set for them. Get out early, get a lead, get a cushion, and win the first set.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta's last match was April 3rd. So let me take just a second to shake off some rust. Cook, she's the League One MVP this season.
Yeah, fantastic year from Cook. And a lot of it is the unflashy stuff. It's the passing, it's the defense, it's all the little things.
Tia Jimerson's serve goes at Anna Hawk. It'll be for Eggleston to clean up. A little wide.
Takes a 7-6 lead. We're playing best 3 out of 5 sets. First 4 go to 25, now win by 2. 5th set, if we get there, goes to 15.
Everybody calling for it. Molly McCage, that's her specialty, the slide. And also the blocking. McCage and Eggleston
and
combined.
That's Eggleston's specialty on the other side. She's the best blocker for the outside hitter crew. Just has phenomenal timing, really good press over the net as well. And that matchup, Coutinho versus Eggleston, going to be really interesting.
Magda. Maddie Skinner drops it inside net side of Danielle Coutinho.
Her improvement over the course of the year, working with the non-perfect sets, the out-of-system plays, that one well off the net, just being patient and smart.
Sage Kahaina-Torres setting and serving. Power from Cook.
If you're an outside hitter somewhere and you want someone to emulate in terms of form, in terms of technique, that is your person, number 23 in pink. Perfect form.
Now, this is an interesting thing we talked about yesterday. Seams for Austin. Kotoe Inoue played yesterday. There were some problems with seams. She did not spend much time next to Anna Hawk. Great dig by Bug. What a beautiful set from Yehel Rashaba. Sent long.
Atlanta.
Ashleva, one of the great up-and-coming middle blockers in this league. Came in with a lot of inexperience this year, brand new to the pro leagues, and has done really well throughout the year.
Yeah, played her collegiate ball at Washington State. McCage in the middle.
On the other side, McCage is a seasoned veteran, and I'll tell you, a lot of people are saying that she's got a refound energy and spark and vitality this year that we haven't seen in a few years.
Yeah, she's a three-time national champion with Texas and has just loved every minute of this season. Skinner, what a closed door. Coutinho and Magda Yehrasheva close the elevator doors.
Our two most physical blockers at the net on the right side. Going to be fun to watch. Skinner on the one side, Coutinho on the other. They won't hit at each other very often, but when they do, fireworks.
Power tip.
I love that shot. That's a brand new one. She can go fast like that before the block gets there, but out of system, she kind of goes skyscraper, King Kong style, up over the top.
McCage had an ace in the 5-set reverse sweep last night. Another tough one. Pinoy handles it. Cross body from Yehrasheva.
We'll take our first media timeout.
Here's our media timeout, and it is a 2-point differential. We're used to tight matches in League One volleyball. They come in with style and play with fire. Set one continues after this. League One volleyball is presented by Adidas and by LOVE.com, your home for all things League One volleyball. Watch any regular season matches you may have missed during the offseason. Go to LOVB.com. We're in Louisville. Take a look at the Atlanta scorecard, top team in the league.
Team's got so many great players at every position and strength off the bench. McKetty Adams, a surprise through and through. The leadership of Cook. What's their big weakness? Houston, who's on the other side of the bracket. And then Tessa Grubbs. We may see her in the back row.
Let's introduce the third member of our broadcast team, Michaela Chester.
Head coach Paolo Coco, his philosophy is that every player needs to be good at every single skill. We saw it at serve and pass today. Middles were setting, setters were passing, and you can see this firsthand. They have the best transition game in the league.
And we saw it with Magda Yehrasheva setting in the middle, a perfect set that led to an attack, kill. Coutinho, big swings brought back in by Inoue. Adams. Scott Jevish, our up official, said, I gotta let it land even if it's landed on me. Right.
The referees, they've done a really good job. all season long.
Magda's serve flat, just over the net. Hawks shut down. That's a big block. Tia Jimerson and Danielle Catino.
She is such a big blocker, you almost, as a setter, have to think about going away from her.
14-10 lead.
And you had her if you wanted her. Again, we don't love that matchup over there, so you got in the middle here. Let's stay tight quick, kind of bring her off of Anna if you happen to. And then I think if you can get back to the tight in transition, that's a good play for us too. So. Got it. Good call. All right. Hey, but she's still open if you want it. Okay?
All right, we're good. We're good.
Right.
Keep it on.
Nice pass, ladies.
Let's go.
Talked about it in the pregame. Austin's got to establish that middle, and on the other side, McGowan saying that matchup's not good for us. Any matchup that goes against Catino on the other side is not a good matchup.
There you go. General rule of thumb. Great pass from Eggleston to set up the attack out of the middle. There we see it again, the setting of Magda.
Oh, a couple of close
Cover
lifts.
in the block, okay then. Until Adams tries a little tenderness.
A couple of those covers were a little bit sticky. Did they roll up the arms? A little bit of a roll there. You're allowed to double, but I wonder if that was beyond the double, whether that was a lift.
If it's not called, then no.
That's a good rule of thumb. And so far, so good for Atlanta. They pass well, they run their offense. And that's where you got to take a chance. If you miss on the back line, it's okay, but you got to take some chances on the service line.
They have a front court setter in Sage Kahaina Torres. She will attack if you're not ready for her. But she's a smaller blocker, and they're trying to go Adams against her. Block up and over the big block of Jimerson and Catino. Pro move by Hawk down the line. Wow.
Flying high like a hawk. I'll tell you, in my nightmares, I have to hit against Catino and Jimerson in the front row with Kelsey Robinson playing defense in the back, and somehow she found a way threading that needle.
They're going to run Adams as much as they can. Inoue puts it on the setter. Still picked up. Atlanta covering very well. Every block, every hit. Too late outside, and one person's never enough for Skinner.
Really good connection to the right side from Kahaina Torres out of the back row. That might be one of the best ones we've seen the whole season. If they can unlock that, the back row D-ball to Skinner, it really will open up the middle. Take a look, Jimerson way over to the right. It's one-on-one on that backside. That's a big swing. That's going to be a problem for Atlanta.
Aaron, just, hey, if you're in the pipe, keep talking. Anna, if you're in the pipe, keep talking, keep talking. We need some out of the middle in transition as well. Nice job, ladies.
Chris McGowan is the interim head coach. There was a coaching change midway through the year. And so it's a totally different system for this Austin team to learn.
And an unenviable position, right? Like you feel a little bit like the substitute teacher.
He's done a great job, and boy, he was as excited as I've ever seen him last night when they pulled it out. Another great pass from Adams. Set yourself up with a pass like that.
And on the perfect pass, you've got 3-4 options, and Obagu commits on the middle and one-on-one on the outside. Every one of the outsides in this league are going to put that away.
Flying in is Hawk to dig that ball. So many crossing patterns for Atlanta. Everybody flipping around for the kill.
We always talk about communication, and she called in the transition, slide and speed, and it was a quick play to the right side. She's had another breakthrough season.
Tia Jimerson?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Misconnect.
You know, you look at this Atlanta team, and all the veterans played at a high level, and all the rookies came in and overperformed.
Yeah, it's been a really exciting season. Chris McGowan now has called his second and last time out.
Hey, you guys are passing great.
Yes.
Passing great right now. Keep it up. Just gotta, just a couple sets. Figure it out here. Keep swinging hard. Keep swinging hard. Being aggressive. We're picking up tips. We're playing good volleyball. Just gotta keep swinging. Gotta keep swinging.
The bar is so high that Atlanta sets. You know, they're the #1 service team, #2 in blocks and digs, and they just put so much pressure on you when you're on the offensive side. And even when you are passing well, like Texas is right now, it's still a challenge.
Yeah, and the passing has been a challenge for Texas this season, to be fair. So the fact that they are passing well bodes well for them. They've just got to be able to convert off of it. There's another good pass. And then, of course, you got Kelsey Cook digging everything in the backcourt. Part of why she's the league MVP.
Early season Atlanta, led by Maddie Bug, you could see there was some thinking. You could see there was a little bit of hesitation. She'd been on the bench. She was the backup setter in Italy last year, but over the course of the year has built so much confidence.
Maddie Bug collegiately played at Stanford for Kevin Hamley. She's got a couple of other Stanford grads, and Adriana Fitzmaurice, Sammy Francis in this league. See Francis later with Omaha.
And last night we saw some of the substitutions at the outside hitter position. Tonight from Austin, we're seeing the middle substitution with O'Neal coming on.
Asia O'Neal, national champion at Texas, part of USA national team, been in their gym. Excellent blocker. Set reaction by O'Neal. Bang goes Eggleston.
I think if I'm Sage Kaha and Torres, I think of two different game plans. When Catino's in the front row, I use a lot of middle and back sets. But when Bug's up there in the front row, I think you got to go a lot to the left side.
Trying to seal that deal. The entire front court of Austin, Sage Kaha, Torres, Asia O'Neal, Logan Eggleston, part of a national championship team together at the University of Texas. So look for these sets to be on point. They've got history. Catino again. Attacking high hands. Coach Way, in a way, picking up everything so that Eggleston can put it down.
Big smiles because that was a 3-woman block, and she sees Robinson Cook come over and turns it inside. I think it's left side, left side, left side when Bug's up there, especially when Logan's on fire like she is early.
Asia O'Neal serving now. Will they try to tip on her while there's no libero on the floor? Excellent dig by Skinner. And again, it's Eggleston with power and sharp.
Good dig in the back for Maddie Skinner. Kelsey Cook unloading down the line. That is a hard-earned point. They need some easy points, some aces, some blocks.
Jimerson, very quick, another great pickup, this time by Hawk. And it's another Eggleston kill, third consecutive for her.
And how about that? Austin all the way back to 18-20.
Logan Eggleston, 5 kills on 10 swings, only 1 error so far. So double sub coming in for Atlanta, Rachel Fairbanks setting, and Tessa Grubbs enters. She has spent much of the season injured, played a few points in their last match. Maybe a little low for Jimerson. She's a high flyer. Paolo Coco and Atlanta called their final time out of the first set.
Good passing.
Little, my conviction is now hitting. We are waiting a little bit. And the center, go. The ball's here, go fast. We're gonna have time to bend. They're gonna hit the ball line here. They are deep on one. Remember, the tip here on two. Okay, the other side. This middle, she's waiting. Snaktiaka, go with Tia, but we have 3 hitters option. Good reception. Right out, let's go.
You go to any Atlanta practice, you go to any Atlanta match, you hear that voice throughout. It's encouraging, it's upbeat, but it's also very specific on actionable items.
It certainly is, and by inserting Tessa Grubbs in, she had a fantastic match against Austin a month ago, 17 kills. Hoping they can recapture some of that magic from Grubbs.
Oh,
It's up and still going. Quick again. Cook looks tireless. That's a no, denied by Grubbs.
and the dub sub gives you 3 front row attackers, and it also gets you Grubbs on the right side.
As Jimerson transitions to the backcourt, the block doesn't get any smaller. Magda and Grubbs now will be on that outside hitter block. Skinner off the block and down.
And what has been so impressive for this Austin team, they haven't been blocking many balls today. The defense, though, they're everywhere on some well-hit attacks, getting good transition sets and taking some good aggressive swings.
Now just within 1. And a little bit of a trouble pass. Grubbs again. Should call an impact player.
And she's got such a unique arm swing. You don't see many like that. Really good with the screwball inside-out approach, turn down the line. And now Coutinho back in the front row, patrolling.
Yeah, double sub, Maddie Bug serving. Skinner's to clean up. Cook off the forearm and out. She's got fire going. We're only in set number 1.
So competitive, so detail-oriented.
She's a huge fan of her coach, Paolo Coco. Says she is learning every day new things. She's very excited by it. Cover is strong. Let's Cook swing without fear. Coutinho for sure. Sharp cross. Nothing hitting the floor.
That swing, pretty special. Just reaching and teaching.
No timeouts remaining. This is set point Atlanta. Skinner. It's good. Coco looked pained by that ball.
Those 2 swings were so similar on opposite sides of the net.
Atlanta set point number 2. Pass is great. And Coutinho makes an incredible impact in her time on the floor as they take set number 1. 5 kills for Danielle Coutinho in the first set. Atlanta strikes first. How will Austin respond? Tell us a little bit more about Austin.
Their strengths are their block, net play. They've got a winning pedigree between Olympic champions and NCAA champions. Setter by committee, we haven't seen that yet. Are we going to see Carly Lloyd here tonight? Is she going to bring a different angle? And then Logan Eggleston's passing well, taking some good swings, but still Atlanta just so good.
Yeah, Eggleston 5 kills. Meanwhile, Madison Skinner gets up like nobody else. 40 inches.
7'10", touches 11'2", 40 inches. That puts her forearm near the basket. You want to know what that looks like? Compared to a female giraffe, about neck high.
She has 5 kills as well, so it's good balance. 3-time NCAA champion. Outside. It'll be Coutinho again. Danielle Coutinho has the Midas touch, I think, for this team today.
Been nearly perfect. Hitting different speeds, different shots, 6 kills, some on the left, some on the right, back row.
Yeah, not a single attack error either with those 6 kills.
Early on, both teams passing pretty well. I think the difference is Atlanta getting 2 blockers up on nearly every position. They got the scouting report. They're in the right space. On the other side, for Austin, late to the party a little bit. A lot of one-on-one opportunities.
Quick ball, well off the net. Magda all over it. It'll do.
In that first set, Austin had 0 errors. That's a good thing on their service, but they had 0 aces. And this is something where when your opponents are siding out at such a high percentage, you can afford to miss some serves.
Perfect from Pinoy. Block was a little late that time, and that let Skinner unload.
Yeah, a little seam. And they've been doing it in transition, and the quality of the digs from Austin, pretty hard hits, has been pretty good.
And that's why I think it's a really important point. You don't know if you're going to see the double sub with the setters because they're using Skinner in the backcourt as well as the front right now. Coutinho just kind of drops it over the top.
She's so good at understanding, is this an advantageous situation where I can tee off, or am I a little in trouble and I just want to make a smart shot, take a little pace off?
As Magda goes back to serve, Tia Jimerson again up front. Couple of service errors from Atlanta, keeping that door open. Giaco Bagu in up front in the middle for Austin.
And I take that, right? Like it looked like it was sailing long. It barely went long. And I'll roll the dice a little bit if I'm Chris McGowan and this Austin team.
Giaco Obagu, middle blocker for Austin, named the best middle blocker of the Paris Olympics. They need her to slow things down a little bit.
And yet she was pulled out of the game in the first set, right? And so coming back in, first time back in the front row, really interested to see, can she make a difference? The offense, a little bit more simple now with the 2 hitters in the front row.
Never heading over 2 consecutive service errors for Austin.
And what I liked about that play, though, is if it gets over the net, then you even take Adams out of the equation a little bit, too, offensively, because she's front row, and all of a sudden you just got to worry about Coutinho and Jimerson. Like the short serve in that situation.
Obagu behind on the slide.
Austin looks confident, right? And the big question is, after you play a long, emotional, physical match like last night, how much legs do you have left in the tank? This is a young team. and a jumpy team and a strong team. I think that helped them that match last night.
Cook just ever so slightly over the top.
#1 in aces for the outside hitters, #1 in passing, #1 in digs, and #4 in kills.
For Atlanta.
As outside hitters in the entire league.
Yep. Both setters front court. Bagu loving it.
At the very end, she looked over at Sejkana Torres and said, just like that. That's the connection she's looking for.
Coutinho is 2 out to handle. What's making her so difficult to defend?
On that specific play, what I like that they're doing there is they're going C a little bit inside of the D when they run the slide. So they're doing it in 2 different areas of the net, and it puts a lot of pressure on the left side blocker.
She's hitting 500, Coutinho is. McCage off the block. Atlanta, when their middles are coming around the right side, causing a lot of damage using hands. Coutinho tip again. Keep doing it until they pick it up. She's done it twice now.
And those are a couple of plays that Austin probably kicking themselves. They'd like to make that play up. And this is the biggest blocking lineup that Atlanta has right now.
Skinner powers through that big Atlanta block.
So nice to have someone like that you can just throw it out to. Not the best situation. Everyone on the other side knows exactly who it's going to and still delivers a kill.
Back to Skinner yet again. Pinoy to Mackenzie Adams. She was a little bit off. And they are tipping over that block. This time, Kahana Torres got it up. Atlanta's cover, when it comes off the block, is incredible. Just nothing's hitting the floor. Chased down. Here's a free ball to Atlanta. Who do you run? Coutinho.
Pinoy's fun to watch, right? Does some very different things. Just got to see her do 2 transition sets there. And instead of the high sky ball, she actually runs tempo a little bit lower, a little bit faster to the outside.
We cannot tell our audience enough what a huge international star Pino Pinoy is for Atlanta. More on her later on. Jimerson, snap.
2024, playing in Germany. The year before that in the Portuguese league. This is a bit of an ascendance through the ranks to this top love league, and she's had a lot of success at every stop.
Kind of fakes her out, Maddie Bug did with the hands up top.
Oh, the look on Kelsey Cook's face there when she didn't make the dig, like the one mistake she's made all night long.
And even then, she got a little bit faked out because she looked like Bug was going to overhand dig it. Why not? Again and again. And what did Bug say? Get up. And she did.
Bug playing on Imoko Conigliano last year with Kelsey Robinson Cook. Had a really good year. Italian League champions.
Tessa Grubbs excuse me, Mackenzie Adams. And then it's Bug with the block. What we're seeing with Coutinho and with Madison Skinner on the outside are two potential opposites for the national team. And they are both big stars going at it tonight.
And throw in Jordan Thompson, who we'll see later tonight.
Oh, for sure, yeah. It's crowded field for 2028 in LA. We have our first challenge of the match. Each coach gets 2 potential challenges per set. Take a look at it, see if the call can be overturned. The evidence has to be conclusive. Was there a touch on the block? Any wiggle of the fingers?
With the challenge, each team has 2 challenges they can use per set.
And no, so the call stands.
And a great look at why you would set towards Maddie Bug. The difference between Bug and Jimerson much bigger. That is glaring. And I think the other target in the front row would be Kelsey Cook as well when she's up front.
Atlanta +2 in the second set. Close sets, just what we expect in League One volleyball. Welcome back, Kelsey Cook, athlete #1.
Taking a look at some of the details she takes care of, the double arm lift. It's all about energy transfer. At the bottom of the jump, the arms go way back past horizontal, and he turns all of that energy up into the vert. About as good as you can do that.
Just smooth and efficient. She was the very first player to commit to League One volleyball. That create percentage is when she digs the ball, how often does it result in an attack? Michaela Chester has a little more on Kelsey Cook.
Kelsey Cook would invite her friends over when she was a kid, and they would go out in the yard and pepper. She wouldn't let them go inside to eat dinner until they reached Z, if that tells you anything about her competitiveness. She said nothing gets her in the zone like volleyball, and she's going to play as long as she can.
I guess the question I'll ask her at practice tomorrow, if she didn't let her friends eat until that, does she have any friends remaining? Kelsey Cook just loves that competition. It's a great story, Michaela. Austin, timeout.
A lot of your work is down the line right now, so just explore some deep corners, something sharp. We'll try to give you something that you can hit that way. I know that part hasn't been easy. And you've got to make contact and then wipe. Yes, contact and then wipe. And then we'd like to set somebody besides Anna in transition. So make Sage hear you. Out of the back row, out of the slide, something that we can give to somebody else. So be loud, be loud.
That was really interesting, as Chris McGowan is saying, look, basically everybody knows that when we're out of system, out of sorts, it's going to Hawk. Everybody else, be available, start calling Sage Kahana Torres so that it's not so predictable in out-of-system plays.
Easier said than done.
That's a look at Anna Hawk. Obagu skying. And that's what we mean by create percentage for Kelsey Cook. When she digs the ball, how often does it result in a kill?
Man, what's amazing about Kelsey Cook, she's dug so many balls tonight. She hasn't hit the floor hardly at all, right? She's just in the right place, the read and knowing where it's going before it gets there. Really special.
Scanner a little too wide.
And you see this Austin team, and they just haven't raised their level. They played at a really high level in the first set. Now you start thinking, what are some moves you can make? Do you do the dub sub? Do you bring in Carly Lloyd and keep it with a 5-1? There's a few different options.
And he has 8 substitutions he can use per set. He has not used any so far. Jimerson with the finger wag, not here, not now.
25 years old, and she just finger wagged the best blocker of the Paris Olympic Games.
We'll see if she ends up having to pay for that or not.
I love it.
Yeah. Confidence.
And Carly Lloyd coming in. So not the dub sub, but they're going with the 5-1, and this is something that they've gone back and forth with throughout the year.
Right, not wanting to take Madison Skinner off the floor this time around, as she has been highly productive.
Lloyd's an Olympian, 2009 AVCA Player of the Year, has a lot of experience.
Yep, an Olympic medalist, bronze medal. Picked up by Inoue, and that's why they don't want to take Skinner off the floor, so she can attack from the backcourt. What a dig by Coutinho. Can Adams put it away? Yes, she can. And everybody turns to Coutinho.
That's great, right? Everyone in the gym usually goes to the person who puts the ball away, not this Atlanta team. They understand how special a defensive play Coutinho just made.
Largest lead of the match, 6 points for Atlanta. Dribble, hey, just living your life right is Mackenzie Adams. And that'll be a timeout number 2 for Austin.
Just let it fly, huh? Just let it fly right now. Be loud. Call in every attack pattern. Got to keep talking. Taking big swings. Got a lot of match to dig out right now, so just 1 point at a time. Let's sign out right here. Talk loud. Carly's going to let it fly. Big swings still. Big swings. Come on.
Taking a look at the point differential, every one of the non-Atlanta teams gave up more points than they scored this year. Atlanta, the beneficiary of all those points, 54%. Yeah, the interesting thing is I was watching the Roger Federer commencement speech 2024 at Dartmouth, and he talked about through his years of success, 54% was the amount of points that he won, and he won 80% of the matches he played throughout his career.
That's interesting. Of course, you're the numbers guy drawing great comparisons, and doesn't that tell you about success? Austin, no timeouts remaining, 1 challenge remaining, and down by 7. And digging like mad. There it is, the lead gets bigger.
I mean, it's amazing. You see the quality on the court, and then you've got a Fairbanks who's off the court as well. You've got a Grubbs who's sitting over there who would be starting on many teams in this league.
And Adams' serve getting stronger and stronger. Pinoy back to center. And somehow she's there for that cover. Unreal.
Obagu got hit in the head there. On a big spike, and there's a lot of respect there between Coutinho and Obagu.
Tough serve going right at her. Oh, Bug wanted it. She was just too far to the center.
Thinking when you got a 9-point cushion, you can call your own number.
Absolutely.
Such a smart player. 3 times she was the Pac-12 Setter of the Year. Remember that conference, the Pac-12?
I do indeed, and I remember all the national championships they won with Maddie Bug at the helm. Hesitation, really unusual to see that between 2 former teammates, Skinner and Eggleston. They were both there, thought the other were going to make the final move. And substitution. Incoming is Kat Bell for Austin. And I asked Chris McGowan what's special about Kat Bell, and he said her irrational confidence. He says she comes in and she's like, yeah, let's go.
Sounds like our partner, Kevin Barnett.
He'll be here for the tweener show, if you would, between this semifinal and the next, along with Courtney Thompson and Salima Rockwell. A lot of work to do for Austin. Pass is great. Kat Bell, good swing. Free ball again. Cook just sees it. Eggleston going with the right hand instead of the left, bringing it towards the court.
And another celebration of Coutinho's defense. She has been all over the court back there on some really good swings, extending rallies.
McCage trying to ignite a little bit of fire. She's hitting that deep corner on the slide, one of her favorite shots.
And this is a point where, on one point, you say, hey, there's probably not a chance to come back from a lead like this. But what they do need, momentum. They need energy. They need vibe.
And I would say that, except Austin did fight off 5 match points yesterday, so never know. But Coutinho, how do you cool her fire?
That's a problem, right? This is a team that's playing at such a high level. They don't give you any oxygen.
Cage again. This is such a hard angle. You know, underneath, Kat Bell. Pinoy is everywhere. And it's gone. I cannot express to this audience enough what a huge star Pianot Pinoy is in Thailand. Fans line up 10 deep for by the thousands just to see her walk in to play a match. Huge star.
How many match points did you say they fought off? They got
5.
They got 9 right now.
Yeah.
Set points.
Yeah, exactly. A little tougher here. Eggleston serving. Coutinho. Logan Eggleston takes a big swing. It's just you can't find the Terraflex with Atlanta. Roy brings it back in. It's got to be a swing from Hawk. Little recycle into the block. And you have to swing big, and they do. Atlanta shuts it down. A 10-point victory for them as they go up 2-0. What a performance by the top-seeded team in the tournament. Atlanta leading Austin 2-0.
I got blood, sweat, and tears. I sacrifice my years. When it's time to change up, I'm not afraid to switch the gears. I'm all in, no fears.
Handcrafted at the Tiffany & Company Hollowware Workshop in Cumberland, Rhode Island, the League One volleyball trophy is made of sterling silver and stands approximately 21 inches in height. It's heavy, 13 pounds. The base is stamped with the logos of the league's 6 founding teams and will include engravings of the winning team and players of each championship. Artisans employed age-old silversmithing techniques with state-of-the-art technology such as electroforming and sandblast etching to create the trophy over the course of approximately 20 weeks and a total of 37 hours of labor. Isn't she beautiful? Here we are in semifinal number 1 today. The next semifinal starts 30 minutes after this one. We've got a show for you between the two that'll tell you everything you need to know about the next semifinal. Meanwhile, set 3 begins. Kevin, in this set, what does Austin need to do to turn this thing around?
Service pressure and pray a little bit. Atlanta's so good. You got to hope that they come back to earth a little bit.
So good.
I mean, you look at the numbers, and Austin's doing a lot of things well.
There's so much on the line here this weekend. I mean, they're playing not just for the Tiffany Trophy, but $200,000 to the winning team. The Tiffany necklace, and the honor of being the very first League One volleyball championship team. Big difference between first place, 200,000 of those Tiffany necklaces, and second place, 100 grand. Championship is on Sunday here on ESPN2 and ESPN Plus.
The noise passing numbers good. Eggleston's been pretty good. It's actually been Hawk who's had a little bit lower passing here tonight.
Starting Lloyd in this set, as opposed to Sage Kahaina Torres.
Another dig from Penoy, one of the best passers in the world in 2023. She was named top 3 receivers for VNL. Captain of that Thailand national team.
Trouble. Coutinho. Powerful, goes inside Lloyd.
In situations like this, you're looking for if people are taking their foot off the gas, and then you see the attack speed and you got some metrics and you say, the answer is no.
No. Some people put their foot on the gas. 53 miles an hour on that swing. Penoy set to Adams. I love how hard Magaly Harashava worked for that ball. And it's enough to inspire Austin to call a timeout. We will step away while Chris McGowan talks it over with his Austin team. League One Volleyball is presented by Adidas and by LOVB.com, your home for all things League One Volleyball. Watch any regular season matches you may have missed during the offseason and go to LOVB.com. We talked about the Adidas scouting report at the beginning. Give us the update, please.
Yeah, Atlanta winning the ace battle. They're winning the block battle. And Kelsey Cook says, pressure what?
Yes. Well, that really tells the story, right? Atlanta leading this match 2-0. A strong start again here in the third. Austin traffic on the right side of the court, and that's exactly what Cook serves into. Eggleston, that's the rip Austin needs to breathe life into them.
Man, I was just watching that last timeout, and again, it's Julianne Fawcett, right, who's just the gas pedal for this Austin team. She did it pre-game with the national anthem. She's doing it during the game.
Adams continuing to unload.
As a lot of people may know, that Julianne Fawcett is an amazing singer, and so she actually sang the national anthem before today, and she's been exhorting the troops. She's been, you know, engaged, and there hasn't been a lot of that energy on the bench, on the court as well.
Skinner brings heat. I mean, they really need offense here, right? You got Obagu, you got Eggleston, you got Skinner.
That's a hard thing, right? You need offense, but you also need stops on the defensive side too.
Yeah.
This Atlanta team hasn't given you a lot of those stops either.
No, with Coutinho up front against the smaller Anna Hawk. That's a problem. Setter on an overpass, like it. The cover is good, and the swing is big from Anna Hawk. Brave.
Great coaches have this perpetually dissatisfied look at Paulo Coco, right? They've crushed tonight. They've won the first set, second set, they're still up, and he's over there. If he had hair, he'd be pulling it out.
There you go. That's probably what happened to it. Tough serve.
Yeah, a little bit of a run, right? The serve starts setting it up.
Both times resulting in an overpass, by the way. First time Carly Lloyd took a swing at it. And we have seen a chink in the armor. Ace serve off of Kelsey Robinson Cook. And how about this service run by Madison Skinner? Forces Paulo Coco to call a timeout. That's the first ace for Atlanta. I mean, for Austin.
You can see the early bailout there from Mackenzie Adams. Not sure if that was called play before the serve. But Kelsey Cook a little bit late there.
First, looking to swing first. Keep it rolling. Here we go. Come on.
Here's our next NWSL match on ESPN2 and ESPN+. Bay FC hosts the Chicago Stars on Sunday. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern. Before that, you will see the League One volleyball finals on ESPN2 and ESPN+. Which teams will be in it? Austin would need to pull off a second consecutive reverse sweep to make an appearance in that final Sunday. Fourth serve by Skinner. Still covered and good. Logan Eggleston, triple block. That's a big one, and Chiaka Obagu showing the emotion. Austin takes the lead.
Service, right? Service pressure causes easy opportunities. Rip it and rip it from behind the line.
5-0 run for Austin. Skinner backcourt, inside the block. We have seen a rejuvenated Austin team.
Remember what Tama Miyashiro said about this team. This team is dangerous. They're full of athletes, they're full of winners. A lot of people supporting them.
Obagu up over the top. Unreal run, 7 points now. Madison Skinner at the service line.
Mackenzie Adams is moving out of the way, and they're catching them in that transition where Mackenzie's not quite there, Cook's not quite there, and finding that seam. I wonder if they stay now and let Adams pass. They do.
Ball's up. Thanks to the high scoreboard, it doesn't touch anything. Going back to Hawk, I think a lot of people were looking at Skinner. Over the top, it's good. Hawk gets it, Eggleston, big swing!
There was a moment there where Logan Eggleston thought, maybe I should play it safe. Maybe I should set this ball over, but I love the fact that she pushed through that because it wasn't the perfect set. It was outside, a little lean, a little jump to the side, and a lot of offense.
And now Atlanta has gone to a double substitution, bringing in Rachel Fairbanks, just fresh out of graduating from Pitt, and Tessa Grubbs. Paulo Coco not using a timeout here, notable. Carly Lloyd. What's gone into Austin?
And I'll tell you, it's interesting that because when they pull out Coutinho, it's not because of Coutinho, it's the passing that was the problems. All of a sudden, you put in a setter who ran, she's been sitting for a long time. That was not a good set. It was a little bit nervy, a little low, a little bit tight.
Madison Skinner, not a robot, right? I mean, she finally made a service error, and that's the only way Atlanta got out of this spot.
And I think it's the mentality, right? Like, you have to be okay with missing it.
Oh, yeah. But otherwise, I mean, Atlanta did nothing to get themselves out of that spot. And now they're in a 4-point hole. Solid serve by Fairbanks. It'll go to Tia Jimerson.
Fairbanks has got a really high release. She's got a really fast offense. It's an interesting, different look. We talked about it. It's great in situations, but it's tough to keep that consistency. There's going to be some mistakes along the way.
Skinner coming up through the middle.
Lloyd's making really good decisions. It would have been easy to set that out to Hawk, but instead you talked about it. You need more Skinner on this team, you need more Eggleston on this team, and a little less Hawk offensively.
I wonder, I was looking at Skinner right before that, and I wonder if Atlanta was recognizing she was transitioning to the left, which is not her normal spot. It was so she could come right up the gut.
Now, seeing two very different routes for opposites here tonight, right? They got the C ball for Coutinho, they got the pipe for Skinner.
Adams with the capability of going on a scoring run, but they're going to have to stop Eggleston first. Grubbs off the block and good.
And all of a sudden you go from Coutinho, who's got all the shots, but a lot of angle, and now you got Grubbs, who's doing a lot of turn down the line, and you got to go remember, what was that scouting report that Chris McGowan was talking about last night?
Yeah. Adams again. Skinner out of nowhere. She's like Superwoman.
I thought that set was too tight. I thought there's no way Skinner was going to get to it. And she jumped and hanged and hanged and hanged and then banged.
She's a bird. She's a plane. She is Superwoman. She has 12 kills, Madison Skinner does so far. Pressure cross court.
First set that Austin's had a little bit of air, a little bit of breathing room, a little cushion here.
It's starting to evaporate a bit. See how Jimerson does with the serve. Cook. To your point about the location of the set.
Blocking coaches all over the country, they say, just go up there, just take your space. Logan Eggleston's got her own style. That play, she goes up and just the full swat.
Harashima out of the middle.
Czech national team member since 2021. Best blocker at the 2023 European Golden League.
She was also the AVCA National Freshman of the Year. Her first year at Washington State.
And not going to the dub sub. They're keeping Fairbanks in the front row right now. It's interesting.
No good.
Right, the easy decision, maybe the no-brainer would be to put back in Coutinho, put back in Bug. It's been working all night long.
Hawk, just wide.
They're all right, 14-15, getting to the latter stages of set number 3. Whether you're rooting for Austin or Atlanta, now is the time.
Trouble. Anyway, we'll set Hawk. Everybody knows it. Oh, just messy by Atlanta. Gives Austin this opportunity.
Carly Lloyd's come in here and done a really good job.
Yep.
Good location, good decision making. Team hasn't been passing amazing in this third set. Probably the worst passing set for them.
Hawk picked up by Cook. It'll go to Adams, who has been strong. And now it's just unforced errors happening for Atlanta. And here comes that double sub that we've talked about. Maddie Bug and Danielle Catino re-entering.
Catino hitting 420. 14 kills. You got to keep her in there, huh?
Nope. Ilarasheva shuts the door.
Wow, and such a missed opportunity, right? They had the tough serve. They got the easy free ball. Free ball, you got to be putting that ball away 75% of the time.
Skinner leaving it open for her cross. Setter's got to sit in there and dig it.
It's not just the elevation. It's not just the angle. It's a power too. The trifecta.
They went on a huge run, Austin did when Skinner served last time. Tough angle for Mackenzie Adams. Has to just keep this in play and let Austin make their own mistake.
Another missed opportunity, right? Good serve. They get the defense in there. That's why that dink to the middle of the court is so valuable, because even when someone can get it, there's probably 2 or 3 that might be able to get it, and you cause a little traffic jam.
Another double sub for Atlanta, double substitution. Here's the deal, they have 8 substitutions allowed per set. I think that's 6.
Sometimes you think like Apollo Coco's thinking about not just tonight, but making sure he's got people ready for tomorrow or Sunday during the finals as well.
Pass is tight. Lloyd handles it. And Adams squeaks it by. While it's felt a little bit, Kevin, to me, like Austin's been in control, it's only a 1-point set at this point.
Yeah, it is interesting, right? You're rolling the dice a little bit here on this set, maybe, but you're also seeing the bigger picture. And this is a guy who's been to the top of the mountain a bunch of times.
Yeah, and I thought it was a bigger lead for Austin, or at least it felt like it was. But just like that, we're locked up at 18. Chris McGowan going to call a timeout.
Austin over there talking to Carly Lloyd, childhood friends.
Hey, yeah, tight pass. You got somebody that's jumping with you on that one, so yeah, tough to dump. Hard to do anything else with it, but you know you got somebody there. And then perfect pass, double to the cheese. He just heads up there, and hey, a pass one time here, huh? Just nice and high in the middle of the court. Nice and high in the middle of the court. Nice and high in the middle of the court.
Just a little conversation, McGowan, eye to eye with Carly Lloyd. His setter talking about decisions. Rachel Fairbanks at the service line, and now that big lead, that big service run that Madison Skinner had earlier, all gone. And an ace serve by Fairbanks.
That serve, right? You got two of the same tosses, two of the same approaches and hits. One landed on the 10-foot line. This one was going 10 feet long. It's just so deceptive.
Substitution now for Austin. We are seeing national champion and national team member Zoe Jarvis on the floor. She'll be passing for Eggleston. That does take away one of their offensive options. Skinner available up the middle, and it'll be Hawk on the outside.
Very quickly, Eggleston coming back on in the front row. I guess you're not going to leave Jarvis up there, huh?
They definitely has to. Grubbs, wide. Decision-making setting for Atlanta is going to be critical right here as Austin takes the 1-point lead.
And Paulo Coco just called the timeout, and now he's thinking to himself, do I put Coutinho back in the back row?
Back a little bit inside this, okay? Let's change this. One ball, one ball. One ball, good reset, so let's go.
Brazilian was a setter, played at a pretty high level. He's a lefty.
Let's play more long distance.
That baritone voice, you can close your eyes, walk into any gym, you hear that, and you know that's Paulo Coco.
Kind of rhythmic. We were saying during serve and pass today, we were like,
it's reassuring.
Kind of, yeah, it is. It's like, here's it. It never goes in any other direction, actually, when I think about it. The voice you're hearing here is exactly what you heard in serve and pass. No stress. Trouble. Lots of trouble. And let's Obagu do that. Austin +2 late in this set.
And Austin, we saw it last night when they played with emotion, when they played with the crowd a little bit more, a little more excitement. They were dangerous. Crowd's getting into it right now.
First contact good for Atlanta. Second and third, the same.
A team that hasn't been tested much throughout the year. They've just been out in front most of the time.
Well, and a reminder that 4 times these two teams met during the regular season, Atlanta won each and every time. There's just a breakdown coming apart. Take a look how tight this league has been.
And look at Atlanta near the bottom, right? In these tight sets where it's 2 points, they're just not used to that. These two teams have struggled the most, and actually Austin a little bit better.
Well, last night, all 5 sets within 2 points. Begging for it is Eggleston, and it's worth it. Gets Tia Jimerson in the top of her head.
Tough serve. Obagu stepping in the dig. This was a special dig. She puts her hands out to the air and go, that's all it takes.
Jimerson got rocked there a bit. She took a second to try to compose herself. It was straight on the top of the noggin. Grubbs answers.
This is a key rotation. Key rotation here. One more rotation with Lloyd in the front row and Skinner in the back row. They get out of this one, they're in really good shape.
Serve is good, pass is better. And the cage finishes. It is set point Austin. Carly Lloyd serving for the set. Looks back at the bench players for Austin and gives them a big smile. That's one.
This rotation, you got Skinner on the left side where she's really good. She's got a lot of reps over there. You got Eggleston on the right side where she's really good. Lots of reps.
And with this double substitution, I believe Atlanta is out of subs. They trail by 2. And it is set point number 2, Austin.
I'd set to Logan here.
And that does it. It's over for that set. Austin wins the 3rd, and we're headed to a 4th. This is exactly where Austin was last night. Dropped the first 2 sets to Salt Lake and came back, rallied for the next 3. Set 4 coming up. More work to be done.
Top blocking team in the league.
Obagu, the middle blocker, best in the world.
Block you. Austin loaded. If you're a University of Texas Longhorn fan, you're going to recognize a lot of these names.
Kat Bell came in last night and touched the emotion of the team with a lot of contagious energy.
Taking a look at the set distribution for Austin, what story does this tell, Kevin?
You know, early on they were getting blocked a lot in the middle, and what I like that Austin's done, they're passing well, but they're running slides to the right side. They're running Skinner out of the back. They're spreading the ball to Logan on the left side, really doing a good job of setting to the pins more.
Taking a look at it again here. Set number 4 underway. Carly Lloyd starting again.
And I think Paulo Coco, if there's one thing he might be kicking himself about in that 3rd set is took out Coutinho, right? We talked about it. Like, are you getting ready for Sunday? And in a lot of ways, you got to get to Sunday,
right,
before you worry about Sunday.
Absolutely. Skinner. And I mean, Austin has found some momentum. We saw what that meant for them last night.
And on the other side, that Catino's been sitting on the side probably going,
yeah,
what do I got to do to stay on the court? I've been putting up record numbers here tonight. Blocking, check. Defense, check.
Yeah.
Hitting.
I mean, we talked about Austin being the best blocking team in the league. Atlanta out blocking Austin. You mentioned they're the only team who was able to do so earlier this season too.
Done it every match.
Yeah.
Every single match. Skinner is dialed in. She's taking such big leaps and getting her feet to the ball and high contact point and making good decisions.
15 kills, only 2 attack errors.
I'm interested to see how does Adams pass in this set. She wasn't good in the third. All year long, Adams has carried a heavy burden, right? You're next to Pinoy, you're next to Kelsey Robinson. You're going to get every serve.
Absolutely, and she's done an excellent job being the League One Volleyball Outside Hitter of the Year. This is the rotation where they had a few issues because it was Adams kind of bailing early, as you called it, and Cook passing. So Molly McCage going right at that same seam. It's all Cook this time.
Not only was Catino sitting on the side, so was Maddie Buck. Right in the first set coming back in. Also looked like she set someone in the front row here.
And that was it. 1 set, and there's a substitution, Rachel Fairbanks.
And now it's not the dub sub. This is the 5-1. This is the same move we saw earlier from Chris McGowan, going from Kahaina Torres to Carly Lloyd.
Catino now in the backcourt. We know that she will be used, although when we saw her, it was Maddie Bug using her from the backcourt. Will Fairbanks do the same? Really uncharacteristic. We're seeing all these communication errors with Atlanta.
I think that substitution that Paula Coco made is planted some seeds, right? It just changed the flow. Everything was going so good. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
Skinner had a huge service run in the third. There's the pass from Adams you talked about, waiting for. Picked up well. Skinner has not seen a ball this match that she won't go hard after. For Madison Skinner, that's kill number 17. Fans going crazy for Skinner. One of the most recognizable faces in USA volleyball, and will be, I suspect, around the world, one of the most recognizable faces. She's fresh out of college.
Wow.
Recycled, well played by Hawk, pushing it in to set up this ball. That's Anna Hawk setting that up.
And that ball was dug last set many times by Catino, right? It's just changed the vibe. And they're going with Gia Day on the outside. If you're Austin right now, you're believing, right? You got some breathing room. You feel like there's a way. Atlanta's come back to earth. You weathered the storm.
Gia Day, we have not seen, of course, they serve her right away. She does a nice job with the pass. Skinner, something different. Day. They're gonna make Day 3 times right off the bench. Hit the ball. And block it. That's a heck of a substitution with Gia Day. How about that? 4 swings by Gia Day and a block being entered in on her very first, and a pass.
Bet she's happy to be in the back row right now.
And delivers a great serve.
Wow. Carly Lloyd just threw her hands at the ball. Somehow it came out perfectly. And Madison Skinner right now, she's playing unconscious in the zone.
She's a problem. She is a problem for Atlanta.
And this, if you're looking at Atlanta now, they have lost all their momentum. They've lost all their vibe. And you look at one player over there who can be the player to spark it back up again. It's got to be Kelsey Robinson-Cook.
Yep. Outside quickly to Eggleston. Big swing, no touch. Point Atlanta.
Right, and now you got a little bit of the fatigue factor here for Austin. Remember, they emotional comeback, 5 sets, reverse sweep last night. Every set was a deuce set.
Perfect pass. All day to Skinner. And that's a massive block because you talked about Robinson-Cook needed to be the one. And they just got her good.
A big high swing off a good set.
Coutinho, Doug. Get that out of here.
Really good block from Carly Lloyd. It's a beach block. Watch the hitter, saw the hitter slow down, and take a look right on the outside of the line.
I think her pinky moved independently from the rest of her hand to get that ball. Gave away a little bit of momentum there with that missed serve, but it was barely long. Expect Logan Eggleston to be served this ball. Madison Skinner can come around and be available on the right. They go at Eggleston. No good. Dime pass from Pinoy. Molly McCage block and then follow up. It was a double contact for Atlanta anyway.
And you're allowed to double it if it stays on your side of the net. That one did not.
Madison Skinner looking like she did in the 2023 National Semifinals where she went off against Austin, playing unconscious versus Atlanta. Welcome back. Can Austin do it again? A reverse sweep. Madison Skinner getting hotter as the match is going along.
Jumping high, making good decisions, letting the game come to her.
And on the other side for Danielle Coutinho, she was hot early, got taken out, and now back in. They need to get her going again.
Looks like the stock market over the last week or so, right? Starting up hot and then just how low can you go?
Another substitution for Atlanta as well, their third. Kayla Hainline entering for Atlanta. And they go right at her, catch her. Yeah, you do. Madison Skinner, she's got the Midas touch.
She is MFS, and she is feeling it right now. Just over the top, hitting high hands, around the block, hitting the Coutinho shots against Coutinho. Look at that, 20 kills, hitting 390. Prolific.
Little sweat for Paolo Coco, no surprise. Oh, yes, they did. Austin just remembered who they are, the best blocking team in the league. Timeout called by Paolo Coco as Austin doubles up.
We have to prove our strength as a team. We have moments, difficult moments, so let's play together. We are taking apart. The bench is stop everybody. Everybody together here to recover the situation. Okay? Let's go. We have to play to recover this game. Let's go.
Remember him the very first match, the league debut, and I was asking about his player personnel and who was going to be starting. He says, I'm much less worried about who's going to start a match, and I'm much more worried about who's going to finish it. And right now, Atlanta started really well, but how are they going to finish this match?
Yeah, and there's 3 players on the floor right now who did not start this match. Fairbanks, Gia Day, and Kayla Hainline that he's got in right now to dig them out of this. That's a tough ball.
And on the other side, if you're Austin, this 6-point differential, you've given up runs bigger than 6 throughout the year. This is something that they've struggled with, as well as taking their foot off of the gas pedal. Gotta keep pushing.
And in the third as well, at one point, Austin had a massive lead. Atlanta came all the way back. But just feed it to Madison Skinner.
This is on the way to being one of the special performances of any player this season.
I agree.
Annie Drew Schumacher's had a couple of these kind of matches. Jordan Thompson's kind of had a few of these matches.
Coutinho dug by Skinner. That was a little bit tough, but they recycled it. This is going to be tougher. Coutinho. Lloyd sits in it. Oh, that's done. Hainline blocked and denied.
Pretty good set in transition from Maddie Skinner, but I think Hawk has got to take up. You love aggressive play, but she's got to play within herself and keep that ball in play. Interesting service sub here.
Yeah, and Danielle Coutinho is out. This is Kayla Hainline still serving, but Tessa Grubbs came in on the right. So again, Coutinho out. Gia Day. Skinner. This is where we think about that giraffe comparison you had, right? She's up, she's over the top.
Maybe not as high as the giraffe, but definitely over an elephant on that play.
And 54 miles per hour, no less.
And right now, Paulo Coco's pressing all the buttons. He's trying to slow the game down, trying to take away some of the momentum.
We start to give movement. We start to give movement. One side here, one side there, one side there. They have joke with us. It's important. Stay on the ball with this hand and here and play here. And the defense help more. We are broken the reception. So the ball's going there. You're not playing this. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Keep fighting, keep fighting, keep fighting, let's go!
Like a general.
Yep. And yet you hear that cadence the same as it was in the first and second set.
Maybe a little more urgency, maybe a little bit more volume.
Problem. Picked up by Pinoy, but it's going to give an attack option.
And right now, if you're Paulo Coco, here's the thing you're thinking about, is when do I put in Coutinho and Adams back in?
Yeah.
They're the answer, right? Is it, do I let them rest the entire set and put them in the fifth, or do I get them in at the end and get a little vibe?
McCage had an ace last night. She's got one again now. And a 10-point lead for Austin.
And here comes Adams, right? And it's to get a few touches, to get a few reps before the fifth set. And I wonder if he's got to do that with Coutinho too, I think.
Gets that on the money. Oblaku. Solo.
It is amazing how quickly momentum can change in this league.
Well, the parity of this league has shown itself all season long. A little tape love. Oh! Hawk and Obagu again. Austin living their truth as the best blocking team in the league. There they are again. The wheels have come off. For Atlanta, there's just no other way. The wheels have just come off. 9 points. At this point, it's about composure. Grabs. There's step one, big swing.
You can just see Atlanta thinking, how did we get here? Everything was going so good.
Yeah, and how do we get out of here?
And then
yeah.
how do we get back where we were before?
And not like that. My gosh, Kevin, can Austin do it again? Can they produce a reverse sweep?
Man.
They came into this 5-11 on the season.
It's amazing we're even saying that's a possibility.
Picked up. It's gonna go to Adams, nope. Back to Grubbs. And Skinner wishes she had let that go. But no big deal, right? It is still set point, Austin.
Paulo Coco.
Couple more subs just to get people off the court, perhaps. Marta Beckus, Jessica Rivero Madrid.
Got a couple of challenges. I'm surprised he didn't call some challenges late in the set as well.
Yeah. Skinner serving for the set. It is happening. Austin, 2 sets to counter Atlanta's 2. It's all going to come down to 1 set to 15. Can they do it again on back-to-back nights? Can Austin produce a reverse sweep It's everybody, but it is started by Madison Skinner with 22 kills. Don't go anywhere. Set 5 next. On Sunday, the final, or later on tonight, excuse me, I'm getting ahead of myself. Later tonight, Omaha versus Houston, the second semifinal. Who is going to face the winner of this on Sunday in our final matchup? I'm getting ahead of myself. You better hope these two teams are not getting ahead of themselves. Fifth set coming up. This is what's happened in fifth sets so far in the regular season.
Yeah, and Atlanta has been really good all year long. Austin had been very bad until they pulled it off last night, and we talked about it. They won a bunch of 2-point sets. They won a 5-set match. Was that a breakthrough? We'll see if they have another breakthrough here tonight.
Michaela, what do you know?
Sideline. Maddie Skinner's been on a roll, and on the sideline, the coaches just had to tell her, sit down, Maddie. Can you please get some rest?
She's probably just jumping around it there. And after last night, too, Michaela, right? They must be exhausted, but maybe not. They set her.
Sometimes, though, when you get a little tired, you burn through some of that nervous energy, and you can see she's just exuding grace on the court.
I think she's having fun, too. There's a huge smile on her face between sets. Coutinho reemerges. She's going to be critical for Atlanta.
Yeah, I think that's the battle, right? It's Coutinho versus Skinner on the one side. I think the other one I'm really looking at is Adams' passing fell off the table. She was so good for 2 sets, and then the last 2 sets really get a little sloppy.
Logan Eggleston had a huge 5th set last night. Horashaba and Coutinho.
And that's a setting mistake, right? That's one where you got the choice between Hawk and Skinner. Got to be better there.
Trouble and out of system. It's going to be Hawk well off. Plays it safe. Coutinho behind. Adams outside, and they go to the middle. Horashaba.
Dangerous time for this Austin team.
Substitution coming in. They're going to take the heat off of Logan Eggleston passing, bringing in Zoe Jarvis, who is the other libero for this Austin team. back to Skinner.
Oh.
No lift called. So Skinner will handle it that time.
I love that sub from Chris McGowan. Really different look. And instead of going at Eggleston, all of a sudden they're serving Hawk instead of Jarvis. Really good.
Exactly. And now with the libero Inoue out, you've got Zoe Jarvis in the backcourt. Skinner.
Oh.
Fifth set for Skinner in this short set. Lloyd out to Hawk, big block. Adams, she gonna rip it? Tries it the other way, and you got Skinner behind again. Heck yeah. Set was not ideal. Just touched.
A couple of opportunities for this Austin team. It felt like they had field advantage the entire rally, just didn't get a good swing. And that's where you actually missed having Eggleston in the back row. There was a couple of chances where you could have seen a pipe there.
Four serving two, keeping it on Hawk. I don't know how Skinner kind of got around that one. It was off, but wow.
Into the back row now. She's been really good there tonight, but definitely more challenging.
Madison Skinner, there's been 7 points played. She's had 7 swings on the ball in this set.
That's about right.
Yep. Solo. Mackenzie Adams really thoughtful in that attack. Front court setters both sides. Watch for a dump. They have not today, other than once by Bug. Skinner saying, I'm out, I'm out. They go to Hawk. Skinner is available. So is Abagu. Atlanta's lead, just one.
First time you're actually seeing some deep, heavy breathing, right? Like this is long rally, long match, lots of emotion, both sides, hands on the knees a little bit more.
Logan Eggleston back in up front. Jarvis did the work in the backcourt. Coutinho. Wow, big dig. Jimerson finishes it.
I've been so impressed with her confidence all year long, right? We saw a swagger through the net. That was a big time swing.
I mean, look at these Atlanta hitters that they've got right now. Bug, Coutinho, Cook, Jimerson. Every one of them. Eggleston.
Eggleston versus Adams. Skinner versus Coutinho.
Bagu serving. Austin still trailing by 1. Trouble and a serve for Austin and Obagu. We are locked at 6.
The same move we saw from McGowan getting Jarvis in. Now we're seeing Negretti. We haven't seen her much at all this season. A big sub. Got to put it on her.
Coutinho. It's up. What a dump by Obagu. And big up again from Pinoy. Off hands it goes.
Oh, you got to shake your head. Obagu makes an amazing defensive play. They get a great swing. That was a swing and a half. Take a look at this, your middle blocker playing defense. And And then Kelsey Robinson Cook at the end. That was a special swing.
7 serving 6. They're going after Eggleston, as we saw. It's going to go out to Cook. Ball bouncing, and there was a net violation against Atlanta. We're even again. And I'm feeling two different things, Kevin. I'm feeling stress on Atlanta's side, and yes, we can from Austin's side.
Oh, man.
Negretti's pass is good. They did not get the touch. They are asking Paolo Coco to please challenge it. Will he? He does indeed. And it's an Atlanta challenge.
Wow, I didn't even think it was close to a challenge. And
That was quick,
McCage came over and said, hey, I got it.
Okay, self-confessed.
That's crazy.
She knew she was going to be exposed on that pinky. Great pass by Eggleston. Tight ball outside. Katina was up in the rafters. I think she's jumping higher now than she was in set 1.
That is such a fast set. Nearly unstoppable.
There's traffic on the right side of the court. Austin squeezed there, and Eggleston back to receive. You knew it was going to go there. Tino overhead, plays it safe.
Oh, no.
Oh, I got a little bit lucky digging that up. It's going to come down to Hawk. Used. It's an Atlanta point. Two-point lead, biggest one we've seen in the 5th set.
You're gonna sub again.
Yeah, we handled those free balls. We have 4 rounds on. We just gotta handle the free balls right now. We're good.
Hey, here we go. Keep swinging hard. Keep swinging hard. Hey, don't be afraid of the block over there. Chisel some stuff off.
It's a tough play, right? Because you get a free ball, and it's so easy to start thinking, woulda, shoulda, coulda. It should be 9-9 right now. It shouldn't be 8-10. And really what you got to do is what Obagu's saying is get on the next play.
This is the 5th consecutive 5-set match that Austin is playing. For them, it's about finishing it. And for Atlanta, coming in as the top seed. Jarvis, great sub. Oh boy.
And in this 5th set, we've seen 2 mistakes from players who don't make a lot when they try to do a little bit more. Kelsey Robinson Cook tried to hit a little harder and hit it wide. On that play, Coutinho tried to jump a little higher, hit a little harder, ended up in the net.
Jarvis in the back court means no Eggleston as an outlet. Chances of Maddie Skinner getting this ball is higher than ever. And there was a net violation against Austin this time. That one a little bit painful. That'll make you lose your hair.
Remember this rotation. Maddie Skinner down the line to Adams caused a lot of trouble earlier in this match.
There they go again. And what'd you say a second ago? Another ace for Madison Skinner in exactly the same spot her serving success has been in before. Second ace, timeout, Atlanta.
Protect the line. Let's try to take the right side. Okay? You will have to come the ball inside. Let's go. Good movement. You change. Double change. Make point. Oh. This position. There goes there. Grab the ball there. Good reception. Everybody play. Go Tia. Let's go there. Let's go next. Go.
Here's the problem with that serve. They were thinking about earlier in this match, moving Adams out of the way and having Robinson Cook take it. It just happens too quickly. Adams, you got to stand in there. You got to get your platform out early and just pass it somewhere in the middle of the court. Doesn't have to be perfect.
Winner of this match advances to the League One volleyball final. Or excuse me, the final on Sunday. There it is. Again, Madison Skinner. Austin takes the lead.
They did the dance. That time they tried to get Adams out of the way. And Kelsey Cook late to the party.
Good play. If you have difficult, hard on the floor, put higher. Doesn't matter. Everybody go strong there. Okay? Go.
You almost have to treat this pass
movement
as a dig. Don't think about getting it perfectly. Just pop it up. You got Coutinho on the right side. You got Adams on the left.
Winner of this match is guaranteed $100,000. Second place with a chance at the inaugural Love Championship. Atlanta has beat Austin 4 times this season. There it is again. Coutinho.
And sometimes a serve in the court can still be a miss. Took it off of Adams, went to Cook, best passer in the league. Hard to go to the same spot with that much pace over and over again, but that's a big, big play.
Tessa Grubbs comes in up front. Rachel Fairbanks in the back to give the big block. Pass is good. Obagu! Clean as a whistle.
And I'll tell you, I do not like this move from Paulo Coco. Coutinho was doing good things. Bug was doing good things, and all of a sudden, you're putting so much pressure on Grubbs and Fairbanks.
Now Eggleston back in. Grubbs slowed by Lloyd.
It was out, huh?
Yeah.
Eggleston on the left.
It's 13 all. Skinner, it's picked up. It's Kelsey Robinson Cook. Obagu! Match point, Austin. Are you kidding me? A reverse sweep possibility again.
Look at Cat Bell in the background.
McGrady comes in for Atlanta. Chiako Obagu serving for the match, the reverse sweep, and a place in the finals. Kelsey Robinson Cook, it's Doug. Eggleston. He's gonna slow it down. It'll be Madison Skinner, and it's blocked by Tia Jimerson and the finger wag. Of course we're going extra points. Got to win by 2. Pass is good. Eggleston outside. Molly McCage.
What a season she's had, and she's not ready for it to be over just yet.
Has never played better in her life than she has this season. Still learning. Carly Lloyd serving for the match and a place in the finals. Big dig. Skinner is out of the play. It's got to be Eggleston. What an up by Fairbanks. Shut down, and they did it. Consecutive nights. Austin, reverse sweep win. Wow. Deep in the heart of Texas.
I live in the world of statistics and the world of probabilities and of numbers. This was not a match like that. This was a match that defied all logic. It was about heart. And Austin just had a little bit more tonight.
What an incredible performance by Austin over the course of this last 24 hours. 2 5-set reverse sweeps. After losing 3 5-set matches at the end of the season, they figured out how to turn the corner. Incredible, and what was a battle of the opposites.
Forrest, so awesome for you guys.
They will face the winner of Omaha and Houston, our second semifinal. They will face them on Sunday. Madison Skinner standing by with Michaela Chester.
Maddie, back-to-back nights with reverse sweeps for Austin. What did it take to come back and beat the 1 seed?
Oh gosh, just sticking with it the whole time. I mean, it's hard to come back and do a reverse sweep, especially against such a talented team like Atlanta. So just staying with every single point, leaning on one another, and knowing that we're just going to keep competing as hard as we can.
An unbelievable match for you. Over 20 kills, 3 aces. Can you take us inside your mind and how you're able to dominate, get into that zone?
Oh gosh, I think just the mindset was to go out swinging and just be aggressive in everything I'm doing and relying on my teammates to know they have my back and they're going to put me in great situations. But yeah, just trusting everyone we had in the court and on the bench and our coaching staff and our plan and just executing as best we can.
What's in this team's DNA to win the first ever Love Final?
Oh gosh, something special. I mean, this group is tough. I mean, we've been through a lot this season and have
We'll take a look at our bracket. Madison Skinner, 25 kills, 2 errors, 55 swings. They will advance. Who will advance with them? Houston versus Omaha, semifinal number 2. Coming up, Jordan Larson in Omaha. Squaring our gas off against second seed Houston and the great Jordan Thompson. After the break, we're gonna have a preview, analysis, and some special guests. Stay with us.